This isn't getting a lot of national news, and you'll understand why when I mention it to you and bring it up. Mary Catherine Ham and Guy Benson are conservative commentators. Mary Catherine Ham was at townhall.com for a long time. Then she moved to the Federalist. She became a CNN contributor. I think she's just a CNN contributor now. Guy Benson has a radio show. He's a Fox News commentator and is a gay conservative who writes at townhall.com. More socially liberal on some issues, although pro-life. He and Mary Catherine Ham are friends. They wrote a book about tolerance and dissent and people being able to get along in politics. They were lined up to write in Politico Playbook. By the way, I know Mary Catherine Ham and Guy Benson both. They are two of the nicest people on planet Earth. They were asked to write Politico Playbook. Now, the Playbook, you should understand, is a morning news email from the website Politico. It was originally written by, who was it, Mike Allen, I believe. He would basically get up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and write this thing. Everybody in Washington wanted to read it. Well, he left, and it was given to two people, Jake Sherman and Anna or Amy, I can't remember, but these two took it over. They've now left. They're bringing on a new editor, but in the meantime, Politico decided to do celebrity playbooks, essentially. They had people on the right and people on the left do it. One of the people who did it was Chris Hayes from MSNBC, who is far left, who is openly progressive, who has some crazy views, and no one said a word about him writing playbook. And then Ben Shapiro got invited the day after Chris Hayes. Ben Shapiro got invited to balance it out. Hayes of the left, Ben Shapiro of the right. It became a thing. It became a huge controversy. It became a controversy because Ben Shapiro is conservative, and staffers, employees at Politico were upset that they would allow an icky conservative like Ben Shapiro, who, oh my goodness, was not a Trump leg humping sort of person. They didn't like him anyway. Ben Shapiro is through and through conservative, free market conservative. He was not an original Trump supporter. He's been very much like me, balls and strikes, saying this is good, this is bad, conservative. And they couldn't handle it. They could not handle a conservative like Shapiro being involved. Well, Shapiro last night tweeted, Mary Catherine Ham and Guy Benson were going to write it. Mary Catherine Ham and Guy Benson writing it are like the two nicest people on planet Earth writing playbook. They're plugged in politically. They get along with everyone. Left, right, and center. They get along with everybody. Like, people get upset with me, critical of me because I have friends on the other side and they're skeptical of me. I'm skeptical of them because they get along with more people than I do. And they're writing this thing, and the Politico, I'm sorry, we're overbooked now. Sorry, our bad. You're not going to do it now. Does anyone believe that Politico overbooked writing playbook? Does anybody believe that? In fact, what Shapiro says last night, and no one is disputing, is that they essentially got ghosted by Politico. The Politico says, you're going to write it. Your day's coming up. We'll be in touch with you to work with you on how to do it. And then they never heard anything from them, and they tried to follow up and didn't hear anything. And finally, Politico says, I'm sorry, we double booked you. It's like, sorry, crazy Uncle Al, we got the date wrong for the birthday party. We'll tell you when it is. We're canceling the current one. We'll let you know. Wink, wink, nod, nod. This is happening across news networks in Washington, and the left has no shame about it at this point. They tried to keep this stuff quiet for a while. It is employees, it is staffers shaming, browbeating browbeating the media outlets. You had this situation at the New York Times, where Tom Cotton, a sitting United States senator, writes an op-ed saying we should use the National Guard during the summer riots to quell the violence. People at the New York Times lost their job for allowing a sitting United States senator with public policy views to write an op-ed on those views. Never mind that policy preference was later endorsed by the New York Times and most of the left-wing media when it came to Trump supporters at the Capitol. But they lost their job because Tom Cotton wrote the op-ed. They were made to feel unsafe. I'm unsafe because someone put something in the newspaper. It makes me so feel unsafe. These are children.